welcome back to the Unraveling Soprano. I'm Heather, and this is my channel where I talk about all of my makes, whether that be knitting, sewing, crochet, and yes, let's just get right into it. So I am, first of all, different setup. I decided that this is just way more comfortable for me to be on my bed, and easier to set up. So this is what the setup's going to look like. Also, it's a little less chaotic in the back. So but yeah, so what am I wearing? I'm wearing the Namdalen jumper by Drops Designs in the West Yorkshire Spinners DK Color Lab in electric blue. Again, I've worn this a couple times, but I'm trying to get more wear out of it because I don't normally wear it because of this big neckline. But yeah, so as far as my makes for the week, I did get some pretty good progress. We're gonna start with the seedling shawl from the 52 weeks of scarves. This is knit up in Sweet Home Tonal by it's the Knit Picks Hawthorne, and the needle size that I'm knitting this on is a US 5 or 3.75 millimeter needle. I would love to say that I got everything I had planned to get done this week. I did not, but I worked on it. So I got down to 20. Really feel like I dropped a stitch. This is gonna just be a constant thing. I don't think I actually dropped a stitch. So I got to repeat 20, and I put a progress keeper or marker in. So that's how much I've gotten done. So about maybe an inch and a half. So far, the fabric is just really dense. And I'm hoping that with blocking, it's going to stretch and drape. But right now, it feels just really, really dense. And I think that's interesting because I don't think I went down a needle size. I think I maybe even went up a needle size from what is suggested. You know what? Actually, let me check that out. I have the book right here. So the suggested needle size is a US 4. So I went up a needle size instead of going down. So I should have a more drapey fabric than this kind of I'm sorry if you hear vacuuming in the background. But I just suddenly got really distracted. It's because I'm like, oh, someone's vacuuming. Cool. But yeah, so this is really, really dense fabric, and I was hoping for it to be drapier. One second, I'm gonna tell the person to stop vacuuming. Okay, vacuuming has stopped. All right, so actually, let me double check that my microphone's still on. Microphone is still on, and vacuuming stopped. So yeah, so I don't know if I love this. I'm going to finish it because there is that hope that when I block it, it's going to really bloom and relax, and that some of this is going to be like, it's just going to feel a lot floatier. But like the picture looks a lot more drapey than what I'm currently getting. So I do think that it's going to need a good block. So I have to do 36 repeats of the pattern. I'm on 20. My goal is to try to do 2 repeats. Well, I'd love to do 3 repeats a day because that would get me past this part faster. But I think 2 repeats a day is probably more realistic, which means I'm not going to get this done before the end of January, which kind of sucks. I'm not thrilled by that, but it's fine. If I don't wear it this winter, I will wear it next winter. I think I can also wear that in the spring. So, but what I did get a lot of work on is my arrow sweater. So this is the arrow sweater. I'm making the dress version. I am knitting this in Knit Picks City Tweed in Honey Bee. The needles I'm knitting this on are, I think they're US 4. US 3. So 3.25 millimeter needles. This is great. It's going so well. So I have 2 sleeves. I haven't folded over and actually hemmed the sleeves just because I kind of want to see. One, I actually was trying this on and I kind of like this look where it's just a kind of a rolled sleeve. I kind of think that's cute. So I may not actually hem the sleeves. I'm going to hem the actual hem of the dress, but we'll see. So my worry was that I was not going to have enough yarn, and I think I'm going to be fine. So I have this much, I don't know if you can see, I have pretty much a full sweater worth of yarn. We're now at like my hip line. I put in the darts, so that was really easy. So what I basically, in my Ultimate Sweater book by Amy Herzog, there was a way to like how to figure out that kind of waist shaping. I tried to look up the blog. I think the blog has since become like deactivated or been taken down because I was not able to get anything on her website other than some like pictures of patterns. Because I know that she's no longer making patterns, but I thought her blog would still be up, but I think that was either under construction or it's completely down. But the information was in her book. So I basically had to, I think as she said that you divide the number of stitches you have into 3 or 4. So basically, I knit a certain amount of stitches, placed a marker, knit a certain amount of stitches, placed a marker, and I did that 2 more times, and it's like right under, like somewhere in the middle. So as long as you do that evenly, I had my final stitch count was pretty easy to do that math for, so it was just really great. But if you haven't, I think like the Ultimate Sweater book is really great to have, not just figure out the patterns that are in the book, but like being able to modify for your body. The only worry I have with the shaping I did is I did wait a little bit to start it. I started it here, which is under my bust currently, because that's what made the most sense to me, because I don't want to dart like here. But I worry about the pull, because this is supposed to have at least like 2 to 3 inches of pull, and I worry that like my great bust darts or my great like darts that are for waist shaping, instead of being at my narrowest point, are now going to be closer to my hips. We'll see. I mean, if this was a non-superwash wool, I probably wouldn't worry about it at all, because it would have memory and it would spring back into shape. Because it has a fair amount of alpaca in it, it's not going to hold that as much. So the fabrication, like the way that the fabric boils down to, it's 55% merino wool, so it's not a superwash wool, it's just merino. 25% superfine alpaca, and then 20% Donegal tweed. So it might be okay, because it is at least half of a non-superwash wool. So I think it should be, we'll see. It's behaving really nicely. I really just, this color is, I love it. It's just so fun. I love working on this. We're now at the point where I'm just knitting in the round until I get length. And I was really worried about I think I just mentioned this a couple minutes ago. I was really worried about the length, but I have this much of a ball left, and I think I have 7 balls left of this. So if I'm already at my hips, I think I definitely have enough to get to my calf. Maybe even possibly my ankle. But I don't know if I want, I'll have to see how it looks. Because I think that like sweater dresses are hard because of where they're cut. And I'm not quite sure what kind of shoes I want to wear with this. I know I definitely could wear my knee-high boots. But if I wanted like a sportier look, like wearing them with like a tennis shoe, I think that I'd have to think about the length a little bit more. I feel like a tennis shoe you might want longer? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you think the like length for somebody wearing tennis shoes. And I'm also like, I'm not particularly tall. My legs are, I'm like average height, but like my legs are short. Like I have like a 28-inch inseam. Like I'm not a petite person, but my legs are petite. So those are the projects I worked on this week. Things that I want to get done for next week. So if I am actually able to get 2 repeats of the seedling shawl a day, that would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So that would mean I'd be at 32. I need 36. So maybe I could get this done in a week. If I'm able to like some of those days be like get 3 repeats or something. We'll see. And my biggest problem with this is it's just I kind of like how it looks. I don't love the process. The process is very finicky. Maybe it's a material issue. Like maybe it's the fact that I'm doing it on metal needles. Maybe it's the fact that the yarn. I really like working with the yarn, but I don't know if the yarn is the best pick for this. Like maybe a better yarn would have been something with like a silk blend, because that would just inherently have more drape. But I do think that would be a nightmare to work with because it wouldn't be as bouncy. So again, I'm going to finish this. I'm going to get through it. There's no way I'm ripping it out because like there's so many hours put into this shawl. It's happening. I'm going to have it by the end. But I'm just going to complain about it all the way. So I would like to get to like mid-thigh on my arrow sweater. And I mean, honestly, I would love to finish this week. I don't know how practical that is. Because even though I love working on it, it's a great TV knit. I'm not sure how much time I have this week to dedicate. Because I've kind of timed that like to get 2 repeats of the shawl takes me about 40 minutes. And that is a lot of time to dedicate. Like that's already like every day 40 minutes for knitting. But if I get that done, I can work on this. So maybe I can, I don't know, not go out, not do anything for a week just to plow through these projects. Which is, I mean, it's still winter and cold, and this is the time where I do like to just hang out, put on some movies and knit and not go out. Like most of the people in my life know that once it gets cold, I'm in the house. So yeah, so that's what I have. That's what I plan to do this week. Let me know what you think about the new setup. Yay or nay? Is it weird that I'm on my bed? This is the only reason why we didn't start out with this setup. Because I'm like, is that weird? Is that like I've seen other knitters do it, and I'm like, that doesn't look weird. But in my head, I'm like, is that weird? I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are. And let me know what you're knitting. And if you like this video, hit like, subscribe, and that bell thing that you're supposed to do to let you know when I have more videos. And until next time, I hope you have a fabulous week. I hope that you get lots of time to do whatever crafting or self-care thing that you need to do to get through this year, this month, this world. And until next time, I will see you later. Or I'll see you next time. All right. Happy knitting. Bye.